Howdy y'all, Tex here again. You know what? I ain't posted in a while. I've had a pretty busy week. I'm doing 5 loads in 5 days. That's not normal for me. Usually I don't run this hard. But it's just some short runs, what I consider short runs, less than about 600 miles for a lot of these. Anyway, I want to kind of check in here, and I figured I would tell y'all a couple of stories because I was rehashing them with a buddy of mine on the phone. I'll tell y'all a couple of stories from when I was younger, a couple car stories. My first car was like a 1984 Cadillac Cimarron. I bought it when I was 15 years old. And I didn't even get a driver's license until I was 17, but I've been driving since I was like 12. I think the first time I actually drove a car, I was like 4 or 5 years old. And I've been, that Cadillac Cimarron, I drove it to work one time when I was working at an animal shelter over the summer, and I drove back home. It broke down on me, so I leave it in an intersection, and the guy that sold it to me was a friend of mine, and I went and I got him. Well, I walked back to the neighborhood, and I'm like, dude, I need you to come, get this car or something for me. I'm unlicensed. I can't be driving around. By the time we got back to the intersection, because it was a main intersection, police were there, lights flashing all around it. I'm like, the tow truck's going to be there. We didn't even go. We went back to the house. And so it wound up getting impounded, wound up having to pull it out. So me and my dad, when we moved in 2001 out of that town and moved to a different town, that thing wasn't running because, see, my mom, she was hard on cars. I mean, really hard on cars. And obviously I didn't have a driver's license, so she was driving my car because hers had broken down at one point or another. So it was shot. It wasn't working. I don't know what she did to it. Don't care. It was a piece of crap anyway. So me and my dad towed it up to a dirt lot that was across from a veterinary clinic. And trucks used to park in there and everything all the time, but still there. Yeah, we towed it up there. I left the title signed on the passenger seat with the keys in the ignition, with the car unlocked, and we didn't have any like shoe polish or one of those weird markers that one of those weird what the hell they call it, window chalk or whatever. And so took a black Sharpie and wrote "free car" on the windshield. I have no idea whatever happened to it. Never heard anything about it. Now, I had a 85, I believe it was, Silverado C10. And it was a 2-wheel drive, had a 305 motor in it, had a TH350 automatic transmission, which is a terrible transmission. I absolutely hate the thing. It was junk. Well, it was a short wide bed, regular cab, box style old Chevy truck. I kind of miss that truck. I hate to say that because I'm not a big fan of Chevy. Definitely not anything they put out now, but it was a good truck, and I would love to have that truck back. One night, we was down there on a road. It was a surface street, and I don't remember whether it was Carrier Parkway or Great Southwest Parkway or what. It was one of these. It's down there around Grand Prairie, Texas. I tell you all that because the statute of limitation is long run out on any of this stuff. So me and a buddy of mine was out there one night. It just driving around. Now this 305 on this truck. This truck was kind of like top of the line. It had like the 4-inch deep dish chrome hubcap lip things on it, the most desirable ones you could have that go in the wheels. They look badass. But it also had a big old like 4-inch deep air cleaner on it. It was a carbureted motor. Now, when you had the top on and screwed down like it was supposed to be, that truck ran nice, sounded pretty decent, things like that. Just nice running truck, ran well. Now, if you took that air cleaner lid, flipped it upside down to where you had about 3 or 4 inches of exposed air cleaner, man, this thing just started to be just one hell of a machine. At 305, but it run like it had 350 in it. Because I had these chrome valve covers on it. It was engine dress-up kit, really, But man, it looked good. And when you flip that air cleaner upside down, that air cleaner cover upside down and screw it down, it's basically a free ram air, basically. without the hood, obviously. But it's kind of like getting pre-ram air, getting a lot more airflow into it. And I mean, that truck sounded like it had a lobe, and it just sounded mean. Well, one night, me and my buddies driving around down there on that parkway I was talking about down there. Now, this is an 8-lane road, 4 lanes in each direction. It's a surface street. And we're down there. We come up at a stop sign. This is like 2001, I believe it was. And maybe 2002. It was 2001, though. But, so we're down there at this truck. And somebody come up, brand new Mustang GT. And I think it was, they just changed it to 4.6 liter motor at this point in the Mustang GTs. And this dude, you know, it wasn't like we sat there and made any kind of bet or nothing like that. You know, we didn't bet no money, but one of those deals where you're sitting at a stoplight, you look over, one guy revs their motor, you rev the motor, you do the nod, the light turns green, and you go. Little old impromptu street race. We get to going down there, and this road probably had a 40, 45 mile an hour speed limit on it, something like that. We basically went from traffic light to traffic light because the next light was red too. There was nobody on the road because this is, you know, after 11 o'clock at night, and long before it got as populated as it is down there now. And I smoked that damn Mustang in this truck. Fucker wouldn't even look at me at the next traffic light. And like I said, it's 40, 45 mile an hour zone. That truck is an old school truck, so it only had an 85 mile an hour speedometer on it. And before I had a GPS in there, but that needle was buried. So we was going at least 85 mile an hour down that road just smoking this Mustang. But I got a few other car stories I'll tell, you know, and some just different stuff of being young and stupid. But this video is already 7 minutes long, so I'm going to go ahead and end it here. And I will talk to y'all later.